everyone, welcome back to Earl Grey Books. I'm Ellie and today I'm here to do my TBR for the Mary Shelley-a-thon. So, first of all, we're in a slightly different angle than usual because, as you may have guessed, Percy has decided he wants to sit right here where I usually sit and film. So, I had to squeeze myself over into this corner instead. You get a sleeping Eevee in the background here because I'm now really into Pokemon. That's the thing that happened. And you get to see the stack of books that I should be reading. So, today, Mary Shelley-a-thon. This was created by Caitlin at Mad Cheshire Rabbit, who has the coolest channel name, just throwing it out there. And yes, so this is a readathon that runs throughout the month of August. The very end of August is Mary Shelley's birthday, so why not use the entire month to celebrate? I'm totally for that. Mary Shelley is one of my favorite authors. Frankenstein is my favorite classic, and a whole month dedicated to her just sounds like the best thing ever. So I have a couple of books here that cover all the prompts, and then I also have some other books in mind that I may read, but I'm not going to include in this TBR because I also have like 4 other readathons and read-alongs and different things happening, so you will see more about those later. But for now, I'm going to show you the ones that I have here. I think I have 4 books that cover the 7 prompts, so we're going to jump into them. Prompt number 1 is to read a book by Mary Shelley. I'm kind of stretching this to fit what I want to read. So rather than reading a book by Mary Shelley, I'm going to read one about her. So I'm going to be reading Romantic Outlaws by Charlotte Gordon, which is about her and her mother, Mary Wollstonecraft. So I've been wanting to read this book for years, very excited to get to it, and a couple of those other books I'm thinking about are also ones that are about Mary Shelley, so we shall see what I get to. In the same sort of vein, prompt number 2 is to read a poetry collection or a book by a poet, of course, for Percy Shelley. And I'm also doubling up this prompt with prompt number 4, which is to read a book you keep saying you will, but you will get to but still haven't. And that for me is Young Romantics by Daisy Hay. This is the Shelleys, Byron and Other Entangled Lives. Again, this is a book about poets rather than a book by a poet. I bought this one in January of 2020 and I keep saying that I'm going to read it and I keep being like, no, I need to like read more romantic poets before I get to it. And I really don't, so I'm going to try and read this one in August. Prompt number 3 is to read a book that was published in 1818 or 1831, or a book by an author who was born in either of those years, plus or minus 5 years. So 1818 was the first year that Frankenstein came out, and then 1831 was the revised edition. So with this one, I'm going with a book from 1816, and I'm also marking off this as prompt number 5, which is read a book set in the late 1700s or early 1800s, and also read a book in a country that the author was not from, / a book that features travel. So I'm reading, I'm not sure if I'm going to say this right, Glenarvon, by Lady Caroline Lamb, which is basically her like getting revenge on Lord Byron for breaking up with her after their affair. And I'm just like, absolutely, yes, give it to me. I love Byron, but also that sounds like a fun time. I like a good revenge book. This is set in Ireland. As far as I know, Caroline Lamb is just English. But yes, I may be wrong there. So from what I can tell, she's just labelled as British. I don't know. But anyway, that's the one I'm going to be reading. I really know nothing about this other than it's set in Ireland and it's something to do with riots or a revolution or something in Ireland around the same time it was published. And yes, the whole this is her making jabs at Byron thing. Totally ready for it. And then the last prompt then is number 7, which is to read a horror/gothic. I'm keeping with the classic theme for all of these, just because this seems like a good excuse to get through some classics that I've been meaning to. And I'm going with The Mysteries of Udolpho by Anne Radcliffe, which is quite a bit bigger than I anticipated/remembered, and it's also got quite small writing, so I think it's going to be one that maybe I start with these last few days of July, but I've been wanting to read this for ages, so it could also double up as prop number 4 if I don't get to this one. I don't know, we're going to see how I go with my reading. So those are the plans for the Mary Shelley-a-thon. Like I said, I have a couple of other plans for different things, which I will share soon. That was descriptive, Ellie. You'll see soon what I'm talking about. Anyway, thank you so much to Caitlin for running this, and shout out to Paige from Pages with Paige. I found Caitlin on one of her reading sprint live streams. So thanks Paige, thanks Caitlin, and I'm very excited to spend an entire month thinking about Mary Shelley, as if I don't spend every month of the year thinking about Mary Shelley. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.